Sup, y'all? Got some hauls to share with you guys. A couple things from Amazon and one thing over here from the Navy Exchange. And for those not familiar, it's a department store on the Navy base. My dad is retired Navy, so once in a while we'll go with my parents to go shop over there. But back to these over here from Amazon. Got the Mafex Dawn of Justice Wonder Woman. Really been excited for this figure, and I'm so happy to get it now. As well as the SH Figuarts Injustice Harley Quinn. This one I was pretty excited about as well. I'm just kind of recently getting more into, I want to say both getting more into and kind of refocusing my collecting into imports as far as like 6-inch scale, like comic book or superhero, Marvel, DC, whether it's like the movies or video games or whatever. Starting to get more into the imports of those. They're pricier. It's kind of an understatement. Some of these like her will run you over $50, whereas you can get something like this, 30, 40, between there, compared to something, like a Marvel Legends or a DC Multiverse that retail for $20, but you can oftentimes get them less. Like I did this, I'll get to that in a second. Or even on Amazon, you can get a lot of Marvel Legends, DC Multiverse figures for like less in retail. That's another thing about refocusing my collecting is I try to mostly get stuff on discount. I'll get into that another time when I show off some more of my stuff, like Marvel Legends, current Marvel Legends and DC Multiverse collections. A lot of those I got at discounted prices. Some less than 15, some even less than $10. But anyway, just focusing on these. So yeah, I did get this one for like $53, which I think was a good price. Not really a discounted price, but I think it's a good price. She can be higher than that, even on Amazon and on eBay. Same with this Harley Quinn. I actually got a pretty good price on this, only $35. Not bad for an SH Figuarts, especially for this awesome Injustice version of Harley Quinn. I love the design. But again, in venturing into these imports, I kind of was leaning more towards the Mafex figures. The reason being, I asked a few friends who are kind of more seasoned veterans with the imports, and scale is important to me. And they told me that Mafex actually they scale better with like Marvel Legends, for example. And I think there's a good example right there. Whereas the SH Figuarts are a little on the smaller side. I'll probably do a better comparison with these like out of package sometime, but I think even just lining them up like that, you can see Harley's considerably shorter. So I'm a little iffy on getting more into the SH Figuarts, but as far as the Mafex goes, I'm liking the size and the details. This Wonder Woman just looks amazing. I feel like on camera, it doesn't even do justice to how good the likeness on this is. So anyway, I'll probably be not really reviewing these, but I'll probably do give a better look at these individually at a later time. But over on to Misty Knight over here. Now, this is a character that I probably wouldn't have bought. No, I know I wouldn't have bought at regular price. I'm not really familiar with the character from the comics. I'm a little familiar with the character from watching the Luke Cage series on Netflix, which I haven't even finished. I know I'm past half of it, so I know a bit about the character, and I don't know if well, obviously, in the TV shows, their character designs are always considerably different from their comic versions. But who knows, maybe even Missy Knight and the show will see an evolution and maybe not look like this, but evolve at some point. But yeah, this one was on clearance for 10.96, and they actually have a clearance event going on where lots of the clearance stuff, if it ends in 96 or 97 cents, it's anywhere from 30 to 50% off, and this one was 30% off. So it brings it down to like six, or not six, about 767 or something like that. Not a bad price for a Marvel Legend, especially something that, was at full retail 19.99. And again, I wouldn't have paid full price for this character. That's another thing about my refocusing my collection. I should just do a vlog one time about, like, coming back to YouTube and where I'm at with collecting. Maybe I'll do that sometime. But anyway, long story short, one of the things I'm trying to do too is, you know, spending 20 bucks on these figures. I can't afford to. Well, I got a kid. I'm married. I got a kid now. I can't just blow that money like I used to. So I gotta be more picky, and one of the ways I do that is really just get characters that I really love. Even then I'm gonna try to hold off and get them at a lower price, but if I have to have it at retail price, it's gonna be a character that I really love, and have to have characters like Misty Knight here. She looks cool, and I'm sure the character is awesome, but I'm not familiar with her from the comics. So I wouldn't have paid full price. I wouldn't even have paid like 15 bucks, maybe even 10 bucks, but for seven something, why not? At those prices, I would pick up characters that are I'm less familiar with and stuff. So yeah, still pretty excited. Seems like a really cool figure. So I'm gonna crack this open, and crack all these open soon. And like I said, I'll probably do some other videos of these individually showing them. So there you go. Thanks for watching.